So today is day 11 and things are going pretty okay. Just been doing a lot of my affirmations in my head, just getting the thought processes out and, just processing, still blogging. Be posting the blog really soon, so it's taking me a while because a lot of things come up, and I know one of the things that I said I didn't want to do is procrastinate, so I've been, when I think about it, I just start doing things. um, Overall this process is pretty good. It's teaching me a lot about myself and a lot about what I need to do and how I need to do the things that I need to do, and focusing on um, health, wealth, and all of those other things, and getting a business, and I'm finding a lot of times that there are certain things that start lining up, and it works out. So relationship wise, I can say that I don't know if that's the main focus that I'm on right now, but relationship wise, I'm pretty, I'm getting kind of lonely now, and that's not really where I want to be, but I'm there. And so again, I told you guys I want to be able to go with this flow and go with the process, and so that's where I'm at right now. I'm feeling a little lonely, um, not needy, just lonely, and wanting to have um, that special, special person with me, and just to cuddle with sometimes. So I'm feeling lonely. Um, and it's making me think more about how I view relationships and my perception of the relationships and the perception of what I want in my life as far as a relationship. So it's making me more aware. And this whole process, you're gonna find out a lot of stuff. So I'm just being more aware of what I'm looking for, why I'm looking for what I'm looking for, and just stepping up to that plate, and just letting down my guard. So it's a tough place to be when you really, there's so many now that are ringing up my phone, and they're calling, and they're putting forth the effort, but you just know who's right and who's not. I know the dating experts say, just go for it and date wherever, but man, I mean, when you just don't feel it, you just don't feel it. So I don't know. For me right now, I'm alone, but I know what I want, and I have to put that in perspective as well, in dealing with that situation. So um, that's pretty much the issue, is I have to deal with this one thing in order to get to this next thing. And so dealing with this particular person, it's a I want to say it's a touchy subject, but it's a thing that I know that I have to deal with at the end of the day. Just making sure that we're sure that we're sure that we're sure that this is not the place that we want to go with each other. So um, it's a touchy place right now. So you don't want to feel like you're betraying a person's trust, but I feel a little out of place because whatever we're doing it was fulfilling at a point, and then when this 30-day process started, it became like, oh, so it's become a mundane thing, and I'm just being more aware of how they treat people and how they talk and the things that they do. So um, yeah, it's a tough thing. So there are times I find myself that I want to text, but then I don't, because I want to. I don't know. I don't want to seem like I'm too out there, or like I'm wanting something that they don't want. But then again, it's like, if you don't try, you never know. So I don't know. But that's where I'm at today, is this whole inner scope of myself, relationship wise. I'm finding um, that I'm lonely, and I want a loving, committed relationship. So I speak that affirmation every day, that I'm in a loving, committed, monogamous relationship. Um, and I know what I want, you know, I just know what I want. And you have to kind of wonder, you know, do they want that too? So day 11, my relationships, and man, you know, I've it's just at that place, and I don't want to get hurt again. And so I leave my guard up. So I have this wall, and tearing down those walls, it's going to be like brick by brick. I mean, it's not going to be like the whole wall massively coming down. It's probably brick by brick because of the things that I've been through. So I don't know what this situation is going to bring within the next 30 days. But again, like I said, I'm open. I'm open to this change. I'm open to this shift. Um, and I want to be open, and I really say this um, with all truth within me. I want to be open to a relationship, but I'm afraid of the lies, the getting hurt, and just meeting someone new, someone outside of that comfort zone. It's a pretty tough place to be. Well, I don't even say it's a tough place to be. That's a pretty scary place to be. So you single people out there, you pretty much know what I'm talking about when you don't have that, and you've never, well, you know, I'm not saying never, but I've been in some things, and um, just to have a full-on fledged relationship where you're building things together, you're building your life together, and you're together with this person a lot, more than just, you know, a couple hours out of the day, and you guys are doing things. That's a scary place to be, because you never know what's going to happen the next day. Um, the thing about the relationship that I have now is that this person can walk away from me at any given point in time. That's the part of knowing, that I know that he can walk away at any point, and I'll be left, you know. Um, so I try to be strong enough to say that it's going to be okay. And you know, you put on the big girl panties, and I'm a big girl and I can handle it. But the reality is no, we can't. Um, no, we can't handle it. No, we couldn't handle the fact that there's some guy that you're with, and you know that you want to be able to be with that person, but you know that tomorrow they can walk away from you and just drop you at the drop of a hat, and you're left alone by yourself because you've been this loyal, committed person to this guy. And what do you do? So I am. That's where I'm at. You know, I know he can walk away anytime. So I really have just put this relationship in the will of God and told God, you know, and I know people probably say, oh my God, girl, please. But like I said, 30 days, I'm in the will of the universe, my spirit guide, God, and I'm allowing things to happen. I'm being more perceptive, receptive, aware, conscious, and, you know, open-minded to whatever's going to happen. So at the end of the day, I have to allow God's will to be done in whatever happens. Um, you know, whether I want it or not. I mean, it has to happen that way because it's His will and because that's what I asked for. So I don't know. Maybe that's something that we need to chew on at the end of the day. Is just thinking about relationships and how we perceive them in our lives. And really, I feel like, honestly, okay, here we go. Honestly, I feel like I'm not good enough for him. Like I'm not good enough. I'm not the good, like when he sees me, I just kind of wonder sometimes, like, how does he feel about me? Like when he sees me, how do you feel? And I mean, when he says he sees me, he says, "Oh, there I am." But I mean, is that enough? Is that really enough to say that, oh yeah, that's going to keep me at a certain place? But I want to know, like, without a shadow of a doubt, that, like, one lady said, when you see your children, do your eyes light up? When he sees me, I want his eyes to light up. I want his whole, you know, and I can say I think it does, because when he sees me, you know, the little smile creeps up. But I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Maybe that I just don't want to get into that place of, oh girl, this is what he did, and you know. But I want to know for sure. And the one thing that I can say is, a friend of mine had asked me had I ever felt love from a man, and no, I've never felt that. And so I want to feel that. I want to be able to feel that love from a man. So maybe that's my quest, is for this 30 days, is to really dive into that part of my life. And now I know maybe this is the reason why in meditation this comes up, the relationship, because it's probably something I really have to deal with. That's the room that I have to deal with in my hoarding, and hoarding my emotions, love, care. You know, that's maybe something that I have to deal with. So maybe that's it. You know, it's my lesson for today, is I gotta deal with my relationships and how I perceive myself in the relationship with a certain person. Well, I guess that's it. My lesson for today is perceiving myself in the relationship, not just wanting the relationship, but perceiving myself in a relationship. How do I view myself? How do I feel in this relationship? How do I look in the relationship? And can I actually trust this person and move the walls to get to that place of happiness and care and love and concern, and you know, just the overall peace of having this relationship? I don't know, but that's something I'm gonna have to dig deep into during meditation and really figure that out. You know, my heart center, figuring that out, because it's different when you're just sleeping with a person, and then along the way more feelings develop. So I don't know. I mean, I'm telling you guys, I'm being as honest as I possibly can with you guys. So please don't judge me. And if you judge me, it's whatever. It's your call. But when you're with a person in that aspect, you know, just having sexual encounters with them, your feelings involved and evolve, and at some point, will someone say anything? That's the place that I'm at, is that I feel like I'm off because I can't, or I feel like I can tell them how I feel, but I feel like if I tell the person how I feel, will they judge me, and will they walk away? Because like I said, it's easy for him to walk away from me. He can walk away from me at any time. And will that happen? And how will I handle that if I say something? So if I say something, how will I handle the fact that he just might walk away, and he just may not want what I want? So many of you are out there that probably have dealt with this situation where you've actually told a person how you felt about them, and they weren't on the same page, or they weren't looking in the same mirror as you were. So that's something, I guess. Okay, I have to deal with it, guys. I have to deal with it. So that's what I'm going to deal with, and I'm actually probably going to deal with it tomorrow. So we'll see what happens. But on that note, I'm going to try to get to bed a little earlier, because I've been doing these little vlogs, you know, my vlogs at like 10, 11 o'clock at night. So right now it's almost 11. It's 10:40. So talk some more tomorrow, and I'll let you guys know exactly what happened tomorrow, because the easiest part of this whole process is that we talk all the time. So it's not like We don't. And, you know, like, he goes missing in action. I mean, we literally talk all the time. So, which I'm glad about. So, you guys will know more when I know more. And we'll just go from there. So, the suspense is going to probably eat you up, but I will definitely keep you posted on my love life. Seeing how that's probably where I need to start. So, good luck, good night, and hope your day 11 went great. Good night.